Hey Internet, so we're going to go over the origins of the academic degrees, and then we'll briefly talk about how long it takes to study them, and I guess we can have a brief point of view, POV, from different perspectives of, I guess, different careers slash departments. Alright, so Bachelor comes from the Latin word baccalaureus, so the apprentice. And then we have master, comes from the Latin word magister, meaning to teach or teacher. And this is a person that has mastered their field. Now we've got doctor, from the word dorsolere. I apologize, that was a terrible Latin. I think it is dorsolere. I think that is how you pronounce it. So that is the pinnacle expert in that field or subject. So they are at the peak of their game. So not only can they teach, but they are driving new discoveries in that field. So briefly, PhD is the Doctorate of Philosophy or Doctor of Philosophy. Philosophy comes from the ancient Greek term love of wisdom. The title reflects the commitment and pursuit of knowledge and the understanding of human understanding, advancing the human understanding, not just the field of philosophy but across multiple disciplines. So it is a commitment, and you'll soon see, which ties us into how many years it takes to study. Diploma, so that's after high school diploma, so this is like your in-between. So this would be your associates, I suppose, for the US, and for everyone else, the diploma is below bachelor's or below university but above high school. So that would be like your polytech or technical trades, I suppose. So that's 1 to 2 years, bachelor's 3 to 4 years. Your postgraduate is 1 year. Your master's is 1 to 2 years, PhD is 3 to 5 years. So for your diploma, you can skip this if you have high enough grades from high school, or if you're not doing a technical, I guess, profession, such as trades. So you can skip that if you're going directly to academia. And for bachelor, you can skip your postgraduate diploma if you have high enough grades as well, and go straight to master's. Can you go from bachelor to PhD? Yes and no. It depends on the subject, and that depends on your grades as well. So let's assume that you've got the absolute best 100% in everything. It comes down to the subject. So some subjects allow you to go from bachelor to PhD as long as you've got the academic threshold, which is usually A or above. It depends on the subject. So for masters, some universities make you do a master's before PhD, so it depends on the subject. So once again, some subjects or some fields allow you to skip, some do not. And then of course PhD, the ultimate, so that takes 3 to 5 years. And in terms of careers, no, don't do a PhD if you want to advance your career. Pursue a PhD if you are pursuing the knowledge and you want to advance that field forward. So a PhD is really research, basically. And if you want to discover something new, and I guess be the frontier of whatever your field is, then that's what a PhD is for. Research and driving innovations in that field forward. Masters can be worth it, depends on the subject. Some masters are not, some masters are worth it, depends on what field you're in. Right, point of view from different departments / careers. So from the academic perspective, it is skills to pay the bills or skills to get the job done, which is true for the most part. So for the degrees, it's how you get the most out of it. I think undergrads usually see the degree as sort of a waste of time because they haven't really unlocked the full extent of the degree. I would say when they come back to masters, they really understand like how the system works, and they understand, okay, the value is not from the lecturer. Sometimes it can be from the lecturer, but it's more from the points that the lecturer makes. So that's a personal opinion. I think that's subjective. I will leave it at that. Okay, so from HR and the AI bots, it's a filter. They just want to filter out anyone that doesn't have a degree because there are many people applying for the job, so they want to make their job as easy as possible. From a company's perspective, it's a legal requirement, so depending on what field you're in, sometimes you have to have a degree, like law, for example, medicine, and the professional side of engineering, so the design side, for example, civil or electrical, mechanical. So anything where people can die, it is a legal requirement, or it changes people's lives, such as law, so putting people in jail, for example, or like large settlements where you're getting, I guess, sued or other legal means. So from a company perspective, that's usually where it is required. Now, the most important one is the hiring manager. So they will check your, I guess, CV and be like, okay, you got this degree, and on your transcript it says you can do XYZ, so prove it. So the hiring manager will be like, here's a test, you can do XYZ, this test has XYZ, go and prove it. And usually this is probably the most important, I guess, person to have a degree for, because they want to see if you got the skills to actually do the job, so you can get hired, do the job, and get paid. Okay, so that is a quick history and then some trivia on, I guess, the years studied and the perspectives on different people that's looking at degrees. Alright, I know it's not your usual tutorial video. I just wanted to make this because it's slightly aligns with, I guess, engineering tutorials. I mean, you're doing a degree after all. Thanks for watching. If you want to support the channel, become a member or drop a super thanks. Until next time, see ya.